Hey, what's going on, YouTube? We are here and we are back to Roblox Exchange. Today, I am going to be making a video about how do you actually make money in this game. Um, 2 days ago, this game would have had an update, in which it would have kind of changed the market a little bit and made my last video a bit outdated, but the basics are still the same. Okay. Last video I would have talked about how exactly do you trade, what are short positions, what are long positions, how do you buy, and how do you sell your shorts. I would have also went in a guide on what the different things are in the game, but what I didn't do is actually what do you look for when you're trading? How do you make money? And that is what I plan on doing today. And hopefully, you guys understand and get a feel for what exactly this game is about. And let's make some millions. All right. So, first of all, as I mentioned last video, when you want to trade, you go to stocks over here, right? When you go to stocks, you're going to see some different things. Now, I'm going to put y'all on some sauce, okay? When you're wanting to look for anything to trade, you go here. You go on the news. Okay. Last video I would have told you look at the board, but inside the news here it gives faster and more reliable updates. It tells you what's at a daily low, what's going up, what's going down, and what's happening on the market right now. So you can make a play and basically make millions in no time. Okay? This right here, top gainers and top losers are the same thing on the board. But I just recommend that you use right here cuz it's going to make you a lot of money, okay? As you can see, I saw that KNCK or knockout was at a daily high, right? I bought in at 2145. It's at 2000 050 54 2054, and I realized that it was at a high. And if you look at the charts right now, right, it was going up, right? It was on a progressive path up. And if you look at the previous charts as well, right, what I like to do as a part of like seeing where to invest as well, when you look at the hourly, like if you look at the hourly and you realize, okay, it's kind of close to the hourly before that, and it's kind of at its daily near its daily high, right? I'm just like, okay, cool. What is the margin between my profits and my loss? So say I shorted and it was at 2,200, right? Its all-time high is only 2,084. I'm not gonna lose that much compared to me making a lot more if I was to short, right? So as you can see, I invested and I made some money by shorting. And as I said, shorting is basically betting that the stock is gonna go down. So when the stock goes down, you make money. That's basically all it is. And you can tell by the path or by the charts that we're making some money right now. Okay? But what I do personally is look at latest news. Latest news tells you what's going down and what's going up, and it's fast. So as soon as stuff goes down, as soon as stuff goes up, or stuff is starting to go down and people are investing or whatever, it will tell you right here, and you'll be like, okay, cool. This is what I want to do. People right now, people are panic selling on Berry Avenue RP, right? It's at 1,033. I go over to the charts, I look at the daily low and daily high. Right now, personally, I wouldn't do anything here because it's at a middle margin. It can go up or down. So you never really want to invest in anything that's in the middle, but more to the high and more to the low. Because you want to look for again your profit to loss ratio. So can I make a lot more money buying here because it's at a low, or can I make a lot more money shorting here because it's at a high? And that's really what you want to do, right? And I'm telling you, as soon as you start doing that, it's easy work. You can make millions and millions and millions of dollars, and it's really easy. You just start looking at latest news. This is all you have to do. You don't even have to move around in this game. You can make money sleeping. And as I said again, like say for instance, I want to get off this game right now and I want to go play a different game. I okay, say, hey, I did this and I'm saying that it's gonna go down to um 1600 or 1700. I'm like, okay, I feel like this stock is gonna go down to 1600. It's gonna plummet, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to make a limit. Now remember, as I said, limits are just you setting where you want to buy or sell, right? So if I want to set a limit and I want to buy this stock when it reaches like 1600, it will automatically put in an order. So whenever this stock reaches 1600 value right here, it will buy it. Or say I want to cover, because right now I'm shorting this stock. Say I want to cover this stock, all I have to do, go here. Okay, cool. You know what? I'm gonna cover. I'm gonna cover all. Right? You might not have this button, but you could look right down here and it will tell you how much you have. You want to hit cover all, and I want to cover this at 1600. Right? Just say, okay, cool. I want to cover this at 1600. Bet that can work. So I do cover order placed, and it will go right here. So whenever this stock reaches to 1600, it's then gonna cover, and I'm gonna make a lot of money. Basically, that's all it is to trading. And as you can tell, I'm making a lot of money right now because I would have invested by looking at the charts, looking at the different things, and making a reasonable play based on the position that the stock was at. Right? That's all it is. Right now, I am sixth on leaderboard. I was third last night, but everyone is playing right now, so and I had to sleep. So you know how it goes. But like these guys are making serious money right now. Serious money. But nevertheless, I hope you guys understand. I'm not gonna make this video too long as my last video was like 26 minutes, but I hope you guys understand exactly what I mean by buying low and selling high. That's all it is to it, really. And I must say, never panic sell. A lot of people, when they see a stock starting to go back up or starting to go down, they start to panic sell. But over time, as you progress through the market and you say, okay, cool, this is what the stock market, this is what the market looks like. I'm expecting that it's gonna go down, right? Now I always say what goes up must come down, right? Now when these stocks are like in a climb, as you can see, this is a good example right here and right here too, right? Looking at the minute chart, when it's up, when it's going up, it's gonna always go down a little bit and then go up, then go down, then go up, right? It's just you to correlate the daily high to the daily low, right? If you look here, and what I like to do as well, right? So say this stock was at 1600, okay? This stock was at 1600, and I said, okay, cool. Um, it's reached its daily limit, right? Let's say I invested when this stock was at 1600. The daily low is around that value. So I know for sure that that stock is not gonna go down even more, right? That stock is not gonna go down past this, right? So I know, okay, cool. This might be a good spot to buy. I might lose some money for a bit, but then it's eventually gonna go up. Now, people, when they get to right here and they get a little profit, they normally sell. They normally just sell right here because hey, their stock is going down and they're gonna panic, and that's how you don't be a part of the top 1% in this game, because you don't commit and you're not reading the charts correctly, right? Boom. I invested down here, and I know for a fact it's gonna go up, right? Now this stock, I invested all the way up here, and I said, okay, I know this stock is gonna go down, so it's coming down, it's going down right now, but it's going back up a little bit, right? But that's fine. If it's going up a little bit, that's fine. You have to understand that the stock market regulates, but it's really, I'm telling you, really ever gonna go back up to this point. You see these three green candles in this hour right here. This hour has reached its max, and its low is not anywhere near the daily low, right? So I can almost bet that this stock right now is gonna go down to at least 1700, and that's basically how you trade. That's basically how you trade, and you remember, use the news panel, right? And L2, this L2 panel here as well, it gives you essential insight on what the stock is looking like, right? Right now the CCU is at an all-time high, right? But the stock is still going down. Now, why is that? I'm not sure. That's one thing you can't ask me, because I that by right it should be going up, right? But it already reached that high, so that stock is gonna regulate now and go down until it reaches back up to that top point, right? And it gives you different information here: the 24-hour high, 24-hour low, 2,200 and 1,500 being the low. And right now the peak today is 707 million, right? That's the market cap. And yeah, basically that's really all it is to selling and buying and stuff like that. Uh and yeah, if there's any other questions that you guys want answered, just feel free to comment. Any suggestions that you guys would like to give, anything else that you guys want me to cover. But I believe I would have covered everything. And yes, and remember, the L2 panel, you only get it when you have the Pro Game Pass, okay? And a part of this update as well, they would have released something called firms, right? I'm currently a part of the number one firm, and it's doing really good right now. So I must say yes. So, but they released something called firms, and this allows multiple people to be in a kind of an organization, uh, where you know they just capitalize and build the firm up to where it should be, and you can also pay salaries out to people and stuff like that as well. Um, but yes, any suggestions, anything that you guys would like to, say, ask about, feel free to comment. Make sure you like, subscribe, and see you guys in the next video. I'm not sure what the next video is going to really be about, but most likely it's just going to be me trading, giving more tips and stuff like that. And based on what you guys comment, I'll see and make a next video. But yes, like, subscribe, comment, and see you guys in the next video, and where I tell you how we make billions. Okay? All right. Y'all have a good one. And yeah.